What's good, BitRushers? My name is Kyler, and this is BitRush Crypto. Today's video is going to be about an upcoming update to one of the top DeFi projects and decentralized exchanges, Uniswap. So we are getting ready for version 3. If you guys want to learn more information about that and my opinion and take on it and what I'm planning to do for that, please do stick around. Everyone who's new around here, make sure you sub to the channel, click the bell to be notified on all future videos. 99 cents gets you early access to most content. Links in the description for all of my social media and investment projects. Pound the thumbs up on this one, and let's get into the content. Coming over to uniswap.org/blog/uniswap-v3, we have an update about the version 3 of Uniswap. So if you guys aren't familiar with what Uniswap is, it is an automated market maker decentralized exchange that allows users or anybody who holds tokens to provide liquidity on a pair that can be exchanged. We recently saw an update earlier this year to V2, and we're going to see another update to V3 in the very near future. So let's get into that now. Introducing V3. Uniswap V1 was launched in November 2018 as a proof of concept for automated market makers, AMMs, a type of exchange where anyone can pool assets into shared market making strategies. In May 2020, Uniswap V2 introduced new features and optimizations, setting the stage for exponential growth in AMM adoption. Basically less than a year, we have a whole bunch more and some growth here. So coming down today, we are excited to present an overview of Uniswap V3. We are targeting an L1 Ethereum mainnet launch on May 5th. So just a couple weeks from today, guys, and with an L2 deployment on Optimism set for shortly after. So a couple weeks here, we should have both of those probably within the next month. And Uniswap introduces a few new things, so concentrated liquidity. It gives individual LPs granular control over what price ranges their capital is allocated to. Individual positions are aggregated together into a single pool, forming one combined curve for users to trade against. So basically what this means is if you only want to provide liquidity on a certain price range, you don't want to continue to have your liquidity if the price either moves up or goes down a large amount, and so kind of protecting against impermanent loss a little bit, then you can do that. You can set that certain price range, and anything outside of that price range you will not even be affected on. We'll get into this more a little bit later and how this is going to be powerful for people, especially liquidity providers and different products and things like that. But for now, just know that it gives you more control over your liquidity. So multiple fee tiers allowing liquidity providers to appropriately compensated for taking on varying degrees of risk. So not only are they now allowing you to choose the price range, but also choose your risk level. So big things here, guys, in terms of, basically a decentralized exchange, adding on these extra features, becoming even closer to some of the capabilities of a centralized exchange and even beyond what we can do on those centralized exchanges. The goal here is not to just be as good as them, it's to actually beat the centralized exchanges and to pull all the liquidity out of traditional fin and bring it into the crypto. So let's go through this right now. These features make Uniswap V3 the most flexible and efficient AMM ever designed. So LPs can provide liquidity with up to 4,000x capital efficiency. Capital efficiency paves the way for low slippage and trade execution that surpasses both centralized exchanges and stablecoin focused AMMs. LPs can significantly increase their exposure to preferred assets and reduce their downside risk. Big things, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what we want for our LPs, is the ability to earn more with less risk. So LPs can sell one asset for another by adding liquidity to a price range entirely above or below the market, approximating a fee-earning limit order that executes along a smooth curve. So that's huge, guys. This is basically adding limit orders. So we can set the certain price range we want in order to execute, and if it hits that, it will execute. If it doesn't hit that, it's not going to execute. And so this literally is just a limit order on an AMM. So huge stuff, guys. We'll come down, we'll keep covering some more of this. Uniswap oracles are now easier and cheaper to integrate. V3 oracles are capable of providing time-weighted averages, TWAPs, on demand for any period that lasts 9 days. This removes the need for integrators to checkpoint historical values. And then it says, even with these groundbreaking design improvements, the gas cost of V3 swaps on Ethereum mainnet is slightly cheaper than V2. So V2, I mean, they're all right. They're not the best, but they're not, super bad either. And so they're actually now having improvements and less fees. So that's huge, guys. Less fees and all these extra capabilities. And transactions made on Optimism deployment will be even significantly cheaper. Awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So coming down here to concentrated liquidity, this is more about the bands. If you guys want to learn more about this, I encourage you to watch the video and kind of show you some of the stuff here. They have several videos going through all of that. What I wanted to do is just show you, if I can find the curve here. There might be one with a curve that I can show you as an example. If not, I'll go back up to the top and find that video. So let me just do that. And we'll just pause right here. Okay, so essentially what this is doing is it's showing you the curve of the price. So as the price goes up, along this curve, you have a different amount of liquidity that you can provide on. And you're going to need different amounts. So it's no longer going to be necessarily like a 50-50% on each of these curves. You're going to have a wider range, and the higher up in the curve, you'll have to provide more or less of one asset than the other. As the price begins to rise out of the range that you've allocated to, it sells off your position from whatever the token is to the main pair. So let's just say you're in a stable coin and it rises up high enough, you're going to actually take profits into your stable coin. So that's really cool for me to see that as the price rises out of that range, it's almost like a sell point. Like at this point, I no longer want to provide liquidity. I just want to sell off and take my profits into a stable, and it's going to automatically do that for you. As the price rises, your liquidity that you're providing is being sold off back into the stable coin. And the exact opposite thing happens at the bottom end of the range that you've decided to provide for. So if you've decided to provide here at a certain end of the range on the bottom and the price is now dropping out of that, you're going to actually increase the size of the token position to reduce the amount of the stable coin. So it's like if it drops below this price, I want to buy a whole bunch more. That's essentially what you're doing, is you're saying anything below this price and I want to increase my position, anything above this price and I want to decrease my position and take profits. So as an LP, I think this is very, very powerful. I think these are the type of things and the moves that need to be made in the cryptocurrency community to bring in those large capital dollars from traditional finances, as I mentioned earlier. So again, guys, I am super bullish on Uniswap, and version 3 makes me even more bullish. If you guys did participate in any sort of swaps on Uniswap before version 2 was released, or during the very beginning of version 2, I believe you did get that Uniswap airdrop earlier in the year. You got those Uni tokens. We referred to that casually as the cryptocurrency stimulus check. And Uniswap was the first one to kind of do that sort of drop, and then we saw several other ones throughout the industry, so really good stuff from them. I believe they dropped an NFT the first time with V1, and so V1 was an NFT, V2 was some Uni tokens, so I expect something to happen for V3 for the users. Possibly more Uni tokens being dropped to wallets that have used Uniswap. So I do recommend, if you hold several wallets and you have tokens in those wallets, that you make small transactions at least with those wallets, and possibly even provide liquidity. So the thing that they look for the first time was people just to have used Uniswap any sort of way. And what I imagine, maybe they'll take it a step further. This is just pure speculation on my behalf, guys, but if they're going to do a drop, maybe they're going to do people that provided liquidity on the Uni ETH pair or provided any sort of liquidity on Uniswap. Something of that nature is kind of what I would imagine them doing. And either way, guys, I'm holding on to a good portion of my Uniswap tokens. In the very beginning, I did sell off about half of my Uni tokens that they gave me, and I provided liquidity on the other half with the profits from those tokens, obviously, because as I sold them off into ETH, then I had the other half of the Ethereum Uniswap pair to provide liquidity on. So I am hoping that that does pay off and I do earn some sort of payout or another drop here with Uniswap version 3. Either way, holding these tokens, you're definitely in for some profits, guys. Anytime you release something new and big, you're gonna see a boost in that token, and this is definitely going to be something that's absolutely huge in the market, in the industry. We're going to see a bunch of other projects and protocols most likely try to copy these guys and come out with some more clones and things like that. So look for all that stuff to happen, but definitely excited about Uniswap. If you're still holding, congrats to you. Currently ranked number 11 by market cap. I think we're going top 10 here in the very near future as Uniswap version 3 launches. That's basically everything for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please do smash the thumbs up on it. It helps me with the algorithm. Make sure you also share it with a friend or family member, someone you think may enjoy this content as well. Sub to the channel, bell to be notified on all future videos. 99 cents will get you early access. All of my projects and investments are in the description below. Currently, we have a few days left on the public offering on BondSwap for the Rush tokens. If you guys want that, make sure you go over there and get that as well. Happy crypto. Let's get that coin.